All right, friends, welcome. Once again, we find ourselves in Key West, Florida. We landed here a couple days ago, had a fantastic virtual vacation here in Key West, Florida, but we're going to do a full flight video today. Can you believe it? I know, and it's a Monday, no less. Did not fly yesterday, Sunday. Never got around to it. Was busy all day around the house. But we're going to fly today on a very short flight up to Naples, Florida. KAPF, Kilo Alpha Papa Foxtrot. 100 nautical mile flight. Very short. I mean, I think we'll probably be in the air, I don't know, 20 minutes. But let's stop the chattering and let's get in the airplane. And on this beautiful evening, 7:02 p.m. here in Key West, Florida, and just gorgeous out here. 84 degrees here in Key West, Florida, and 88 degrees up in Naples. Winds are out of the east here, down here in the Keys. So we'll set our camera at manual and we'll get fired up. Let's go. Left battery, right battery. Left gen, right gen, APU gen, and APU's on. Started and on. Release the parking brake. Whoops, did that just move? That just moved. I barely even touched it. Jiminy Christmas. Nav source to GPS. Bearing 1 GPS. Up to 9,000. We'll set that. 9,000. That's being reflected right here.
Cessna November Tree 43 Bravo Whiskey cleared to Naples.
We're just cleared direct.
Takeoff runway 9 or climb and maintain
Yes, 3,500 vertical speed. 3,500 feet per minute. Speed on manual, and we'll set 195. APU generators 100%. We'll start the red engine. There it goes. It's spooling up here. You can actually see that right there. Coming up. Calibrate our altimeter is 3001. PFD settings, wind option 2. Set speed bugs, VR 140. And VY is going to be 195. And VF's, it defaults to 149, which frankly seems lower than it, or higher than it needs to be. All on. Let's get those recognition lights on, along with our anti-collisions. Bring up the light in the cockpit just a bit. Should be getting our pushback. We'll go outside just to make sure that's happening. Still buggy a little bit. There we go. Pushback's underway. God, that's a pretty plane. Looks especially good in the sunlight, doesn't it? Look at that. Good grief. What's not to like?
Key West ground Cessna November Tree 43 Bravo Whiskey requesting the end of pushback.
Always defaults back to auto once.
Cessna November Tree 43 Bravo Whiskey request to end pushback received.
Pitot-static, not going to need it, but I'll set it. Showing winds out of the east, that's correct, at 9 knots, very good. Outside air temperature's 29 degrees. Double that plus 30, that's about 87, 88. I think it's 84 in reality, but close enough. And we'll set our minimums, because we're not going to have a lot of time in the air. At Naples are 313, 313 feet, Barrow. All right, we'll get the left engine going. Make sure that's coming up. Yes, it is. See this? And 2%. Fuel flow per hour, pounds per hour, 280 on the right. It's funny, this still says 0. That should change soon. Let's do 1 notch of flaps. Good.
Key West ground Cessna November Tree 43 Bravo Whiskey with Echo ready to taxi IFR.
Almost, but okay. Get our timer ready to go. Turn our taxi lights on for this brief sunset flight up to Naples, Florida. Check. Look at our checklist here. Any collisions, altimeters are calibrated, APU generator will turn off once we get up. We're almost there. 60. Get to 61.4. There we go. Good. All right. APU generator off. APU gen. Okay. All right. I think we are good to taxi now. I was trying to make that as quick as possible. Flight directors are on. Nav. Actually, we'll use heading mode for this one because we're flying direct. We're not flying a SID. Pitot heat, flaps 1, taxi lights are on, timer is ready to go. All right. Here we go. Let's look outside. So they want us to go this way. Obviously, this airplane doesn't go in reverse, so I'm just going to taxi this yellow line and out onto the taxiway. Let's go. Beautiful plane. Wow. Isn't that something? Okay. Doing 15 knots right now. That's respectable. 17. Don't want to pick up too much speed on the taxiway. 20 knots. There we go. Boy, the scenery looks great. Water reflections are beautiful. See the sock over here. Consistent with the reported winds. Just a short taxi to our active runway. Look at the water. Holy Christ, that looks good. Look at it. Oh my gosh, that's pretty. Wow, fantastic. Good job, fellas. Okay. As far as our flight today goes, man, as I said, short. Carter, Fipes, Ugyao, Teftu, Ofdoy. Those are our waypoints. Pretty straightforward. Flying the RNAV to runway 23. The winds in Naples are actually the southwest, even though they're out of the east down here, farther south. So that's why we're going to do the RNAV to runway 23. Airport elevation at Naples is 8 feet. Approach course 227. Runway length 6,600 feet. So compared to this, that's generous. This airport's runway length 5,076 feet, much shorter. Don't see anybody heading in on final. Come up here to the whole bars. Contact tower.
November tree 4 tree Bravo whiskey ready for IFR departure runway 9.
Cessna November tree 4 tree Bravo whiskey cleared for takeoff runway 9.
Nice. Cleared for takeoff, runway 9er, Cessna Bravo Whiskey.
Cleared for takeoff runway 9er Cessna November tree 4 tree Bravo.
All right, gang. Here we go. It's going to be a quick one. Just got to remember to sync that heading bug and start the timer. And zoom out on the MFD. Those are our tasks here as we... This is a short runway, so we're going to hold the brakes. Very good. Okay, approach course is 0903. All right, we're all lined up. Let's go. Zoom out MFD. Check. Start the timer. Check. And sync the heading bug so that when we engage the auto throttle, or autopilot rather, it's going to just fly runway heading. We have to turn left pretty quick, though, because we're not going to fly over that Naval Air Station, Key West. So let's go. Hold the brakes. And 2%. 100 plus. And we're rolling. Airspeed's alive. Winds are coming right at us. 9 knots. 80 knots. 120. 140 and rotate. Not a lot of room for error on that one, man. Rejected takeoff. You're deep shit. Positive rate. Gear up. Noise abatement. Autopilot's engaged. Auto throttle.
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey contact Miami departure on 133.5.
Beautiful. Flaps in.
133.5 for Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Look at that. Oh my goodness, did we have a nice time in the Keys.
Miami departure Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey is at 1,400 feet.
All right, so we're flying the runway heading. We're going to make that left turn pronto.
Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey Miami departure. Continue as planned.
Try to avoid the Naval Air Station as much as possible, which is right there. Hopefully I'm not getting in too much trouble. It's all right. Landing lights are off. Activate the FLC. Now we don't have to worry about noise abatement anymore. Let's bring our airspeed up. 240. Now, we're going to fly this heading right now, 357. You see right here, let me zoom in on it just a bit, until we get closer to our track line, and then we'll switch over to nav mode at that point. Cruising altitude on this flight is just
Bravo Whiskey contact Miami Center on 124.7.
20,000 feet, flight level 200, so we're not going to be
Going to 124.7
at altitude very long because we're already not very
Miami
far.
Center Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey is at 7,500 feet, climbing 9,000
9,000.
feet.
Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey Miami Center. Continue as planned. Altimeter 30.01.
You can see right here, this tells us
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey
when to
contact
turn
Miami departure on 133.5.
as this continues to drift right. So we'll switch into nav mode now. Nav. And then we'll start that right turn to intercept this track line. You see?
Miami departure Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey is at 8,700 feet, climbing 9,000 feet.
We need to continue climbing. Give me my climb clearance.
43 Bravo Whiskey Miami departure. Continue as planned. Altimeter 30.01.
Okay, now tell me to climb.
Cessna 3
Thank you.
Bravo Whiskey climb and maintain 17,000 feet.
Up to 17,000, says the real whiskey.
Climb and maintain 17,000 feet, Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey.
Headed to Carter right now. KARTR. As we
Cessna 3 Bravo Whiskey contact Miami Center on 124.7.
Carter, KARTR. That's our next waypoint, and specifically, Carter
124.7
is 47.4 nautical miles away, and also specifically 10 minutes, 12 seconds.
Miami Center Cessna November 343 Bravo Whiskey is climbing through 9,900 feet for 17,000 feet.
Boy, that looks good.
Cessna November 343 Bravo
Oh,
Whiskey Miami Center. Continue
come
as
on.
planned. Altimeter 30.01.
The advantages of flying in summertime are just myriad. It's in terms of scenery anyway. I mean, I remember flying so much in this sim, and if I ever went to the East Coast, I always fly in real time. I don't give a damn. God, Betty's already given us the destination ATIS. If it's 3 o'clock in Southern California, then it's 6 o'clock on the East Coast. I do not tinker with time settings. I always fly in real time, which is fine and dandy, but it sucks in December up here in the Northern Hemisphere because, if it's 3 o'clock in LA, it's still light out. But if I want to fly on the East Coast, I'm basically consigned to nighttime approaches, which isn't all bad. I don't mind a nighttime approach. They're sort of challenging and interesting, but you don't get the scenery, you know. Depending on where you're flying. You're flying into a big city, you get some nice night scenery. Set our airspeed selector at 330. And we should get our further climb clearance here just momentarily, up to 200.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey climbed and maintained flight level 200.
There it is. Use our altitude selector to climb up to 200. Why is it saying 288? I told 330, remember? There we go, that's better. Man, I tell you, that's just $1 million view right there. Sunset's not for another 45 minutes, so we'll be in Naples well before sunset, actually. Look at that. Jesus. There's south coast, south shore of Florida. Miami, way out there. All right, we're up at 20,000 now. Good. Switch to Mach units. I guess we can. We don't have to, but we will, and we'll set it at 7.2. After all, let's get there faster than we... Fast is safe. As fast as is safe. Look at this. Good Lord. I love how you can actually see currents in the water. You know how when you're flying over the ocean, sometimes you can actually see currents? Amazing. What a game. All of its occasional shortcomings notwithstanding, it's still quite a game. Ultra settings continue to deliver. What do you say? You want to try to eke out another notch or two of speed? Let's try for 7.4.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey descend and maintain 13,000 feet.
We already got our descent instructions. All right, down to 13,000. That's the real whiskey. Man, we weren't at cruising altitude for very long, were we? All right, 13,000 it is. Descend at 1,800 feet per minute. That's really early. I'm actually going to descend at 1,200 feet per minute. That's really early to tell us to initiate our descent, because we're still 82 miles from our destination. And normally, 80 miles you'd want to be at 24,000. So we're not, it's not like we're too high. Well, we'll manage a nice conservative descent here.
Whiskey contact Miami Center on 134.75.
134.75 for Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Our range on our MFD right now is set at 20. Let's set it at 35.
Bravo Whiskey is out at flight level 190 for 13,000 feet.
Cessna November 34 Bravo Whiskey Miami Center continue as planned.
Let's go ahead and switch out of Mach mode. That wasn't long, I admit. Set 360. Man, we're a hauling ass. You gotta start slowing down. Be down at 10,000 before you know it. Put the bank limiter on for now. Could have done that when we passed through transition altitude, but not the end of the world. Man, this is definitely going to be a short flight. Wobbling a little bit, but we're coming up on Carter. We're going to make a left turn. Gentle left turn, but a left turn nonetheless.
Miami Center generic November 772 Romeo is at 5,900 feet climbing 10,000 feet. Generic November 772 Romeo.
Nearest altimeter is reported as 3004 according to 4Flight. So let's go ahead and see how right Betty is. 3004, is she right? 3007. Pretty close. The nearest altimeter is reported from Kilo Mike Kilo Yankee, wherever that is. That's the airport. I don't know what airport that is, though. Okay, coming up on Carter. Okay, I'll climb. Even though you told me to descend to 13,000, but we'll climb, no problem.
Climb and maintain flight level 180 Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
I've noticed this happen before on very short flights, and I think it has something to do with the, I don't know, terminal arrivals or something. They need you at a specific altitude. For example, at Carter, maybe you have to be at 18,000 feet at Carter. I don't know. We'll get up to 18,000. What I predict will happen is that they'll tell us to descend as soon as we get there. Let's see. 17.7. Excuse me. 17. Yeah, told you. Down to 10,000. That's the real whiskey.
Maintain 10,000 feet Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Is that damned mouse wheel has two uses, and that is to both turn knobs but also to zoom you out on your view. Okay, 10,000. Descending at 1,400 feet per minute. We are 57 miles out. 50 miles out. You want to be at 15,000 feet, so we do need to actually descend. It's at 1,800 feet per minute. And let's keep slowing down. Boy, that ocean just looks incredible. I mean, good grief. Coming up on Fipes. Going all right now. Let's do 2,000 feet per minute. Increase our descent rate slightly. We'll turn off the bank limiter now. Make that right turn at Fipes. Here it comes.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, your tree 1 mile south. Descend and maintain 3,000 feet. Expect RNAV runway 23 approach via Ugio transition. Clear to Ugio.
Clear to
Bravo
Ugio.
Whiskey, descend and maintain 2,100 feet.
Down to 2,100. That's the thrill
Descend and
whiskey.
maintain 2,100 feet. Expect RNAV runway 23 approach via UGYOW transition. Clear to UGYOW Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Yeah, 2,100 feet is not coincidental. Once again, they've pulled this directly from the approach plates. Ugio, as they called it, is 2,100 feet. Same with Ofdoy. And then at Teftu, 1,600 feet. Distance from Ofdoy to Teftu is 6.1. Distance from Teftu to the airport is 4.8. So just trying to slow us down right now. That's our biggest challenge. That's what I get for trying to hot dog it, huh? We're at 13,000 feet, 42 miles out. That's perfect. Coming in over that southwestern coast of Florida. Looks beautiful. Look at the graphics. God almighty. It just takes my breath away every time. Our airspeed set down to 250 now. Looking good. 40 miles, 12,000 feet. Perfect, 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 perfect. Is that 240? Speed's acceptable now.
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, contact approach on 124.125.
24.125. That's a little whiskey. Good.
124.125 for Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Look at this.
Approach Cessna November 343
230.
Ski is out at 11,100 feet for 2,100.
Look at that.
Cessna November 343
Just blows me away.
Continue to UGYOW as planned. Altimeter tree 0.01.
3001 is 3001. Okay. Fair enough. 220.
Landing gear.
No,
Landing
stop with
gear.
the landing gear.
Landing gear.
35 miles out. We're 9,700 feet. We'll shallow out now. 1,400 feet per minute. This is an RNAV approach. No frequencies to enter in. Coming up on UGO. 33 miles out, 9,300 feet. Shallow to 1,200 feet per minute. Nice. Everything's just, I mean, I shouldn't say anything, but so far this is nice and smooth. And man, oh man. It's just 16 minutes since we started the timer. So I think my estimate of a 20-minute flight is going to be about right. 7:27 p.m. We're going to be headed southwest on our final. We'll see if the winds cooperate. Right now we're showing 3 knots from the south. So we'll see if they change a little. Zoom in on the MFD down to 5 nautical miles. Continue slowing. Here's the airport, I suspect. 8,200 feet. 29 miles. Shallow out that descent rate even more. 900 feet per minute now. .195. We'll see if the RNAV works. It's always an open question. Not going to need it, really. We can fly the visual without any problems. Hopefully there's poppies or vossies. Those always help. For sure. 27 miles out. We're 185 knots at 7,600 feet. Coming up on UGO. Altimeter is correct. Let's check our cabin altitude, see if it's a good time to depressurize. Cabin altitude listed as 7,300 feet, so it's consistent with the outside, with our altitude, rather. 499 feet per minute depress rate. This is nice. Very pleasant flight. Ultra settings look good. Wow. Wow. Look at this. Is this a farm or something? What do you think they're growing here? Anybody knows, put it in the comments. I know one of my few followers is, I think he said he's in Sarasota. He probably knows what this is. What are they? It looks like a farm, doesn't it? I don't know, farm or maybe just the Everglades. Some sort of swamp. Where Floridians go to release their boa constrictors. Alligator Alley, as they say, right? It says that it's the Picayune Strand State Forest. That's what ForeFlight says. So I guess it's not a farm. Sorry, in California, if you see something like that on the ground, it's a farm. We're 21 miles out, 6,100 feet, are managing our descent just perfectly. Let's go ahead and set 180 now. Airspeed. And we are heading towards UGO, and we are just 67 seconds from that big left turn. And then once we make the left turn at UGO, we head to Offdoy, and once we make the left turn at Offdoy, we're on final approach. 19 miles out, 5,700 feet, shallow out that descent rate even more. Nice and conservative, 600 feet per minute. Very pleasant for the passengers. I don't know, it looks good to me, dude. I'm not seeing any stuttering or any significant stuttering. Seems like we're still getting pretty good FPS. All right, get ready. We're going to set our heading bug to our approach course of 227. 227. There's that left turn at Ugio. We set our heading bug at 227, which is our approach course. Keep in mind, that's not actually doing anything. It's just moving the bug. Right here. This Scion bug right here, representing where the airport, the runway, in point of fact, is. Slow to 175. We're going to do a notch of flaps now. We're 16 miles out. Flaps. 1. Coming up. Switch the MFD to 1 mile. Okay. 14 miles out. 170. Keep an eye on our AOA. See this right here? Angle of attack indicator. The closer that white triangle gets to the red.
Bravo Whiskey, you are 12 miles northeast of Naples. Contact Naples Tower on 128.5 inbound.
There's the tower handoff. Closer it is to the red, the closer you are to stalling, so you want to be careful.
Tower on 128.5 Cessna 3 Bravo.
13 miles now. Getting ready to make that final left turn. Final approach.
Naples Tower, Cessna, November Tree 4 Tree Bravo, Whiskey 1, 2 miles northeast inbound RNAV.
Go ahead and head out. Put down the gear. My mouse will cooperate. There we go. Turn in final.
Cessna November Tree 4 Tree Bravo, Whiskey Naples Tower. Land RNAV runway 2 tree approach.
Oh, there's the airport.
Altimeter 30.01
That looks so good. Sorry, I missed the altimeter. 225 at 20. The winds. Altimeter is 3001. So the winds are out of the southwest. Truly, I cannot endorse strongly enough. We'll set our approach speed. The idea of actually 135 is what I said, isn't it? I can't state strongly enough the importance of checking weather, real weather, not in the sim, like real weather, because it really helps. We're a little high, actually. So we're going to increase our descent rate. It really helps to get consistent with weather. Full flaps. Yeah, we're a little high. 8 miles out, 7.9 miles out. We're 3,000 feet, so we're too high, slightly too high. I mean, you wouldn't. We're manageably too high. I'll put it that way. We'll catch it. We'll catch it. Look at that. Oh my God! Come on! You got to be kidding me. It's just like a dime a dozen. These incredible shots. 6.8 nautical miles now, 2,500 feet. We're good. Coming down to 2,100, we're not getting any RNAV help, so I'm going to set our altitude selector at minimums of 300 feet, just so we don't stop descending. Deactivate or disconnect the auto throttle.
Cessna Tree Bravo, Whiskey
Clear to land.
runway 2 tree.
Nice.
Wind 225 at 20.
Clear to land, 2-3, so that's a real whiskey.
Cleared to land runway 2 Tree Cessna Tree Bravo, Whiskey.
Stop descending, just like I said I was trying to avoid. It's okay. 5 miles out, we're at just passing below 2,000 feet. That's fine. Oh! Shit. I haven't seen that in forever. I guess there's too many people in the house online. I don't know, the graphics look fine. That's weird. We are now getting RNAV love. Excellent. See this magenta diamond coming up right here? I've noticed this. It really does seem to happen. Got the glide path. Boom! It does seem to happen in the last few miles. 3 mile final. Almost. Almost forgot the landing lights. Depressurized too. Okay, you guys ready? Altitude's perfect now. Perfect altitude. I don't know what that bandwidth warning was though, because everything looks perfect. I mean, look at this. Jesus.
500. 500.
500 autopilot.
Autopilot.
I have the airplane. Winds are coming right at us, 8 knots. Airspeed's 137. No Vossies or Poppies, so thank God for the RNAV. That allows me to know if my altitude's right. Offset threshold. Runway 23 confirmed. Let's see if I can make this left turn. What do you think?
Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey, turn next taxiway.
Smash the brakes there for sure. All right, welcome to Naples, Florida.
Bravo Whiskey, contact ground on 121.6.
Local time 7:38 p.m.
121.6 for Cessna Tree Bravo.
Spoilers. Flaps. Inside. Ground. Naples ground. Taxi to parking, and let's handle our
Naples ground
lights.
Cessna November Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey taxi to parking.
Let's go ahead and stop our timer.
Tree 4 Tree Bravo Whiskey, taxi to general aviation.
27 minutes, 54 seconds. Well, that was great. That was
Taxi to
fun,
general
fun.
aviation, parking using taxiway Alpha Bravo Cessna Tree Bravo Whiskey.
Only weird thing that happened on this one was that weird bandwidth warning, which I haven't seen in a long time. I mean, I did have it actually happen on the setup page recently, but I haven't had it happen mid-flight in forever. So our parking's very close. Look at the shadow. Oh, God. Thanks, Betty, but I'm not. She's just trying to help. There's our parking. Right there. $15 knots right now. Pretty sharp right turn coming up here, so I'm gonna have to use the toe brakes, I suspect, to stay off the grass. A little bit of stutter. Looks like we got a little conflict with that vehicle, but we'll avoid it because we don't need to get quite so close to it. And we'll park, and then this will be all wrapped up, tight as a button. Just trying to think, where's our... They want us right here, I assume. Yeah, that's where they want us. Okay, good. There he is. Still want me going left, pal? There we go. And that's that. Okay. Fantastic. Right engine. Shut down. Let's go outside. Looks pretty good. Welcome to Naples, Florida. That was a great approach. Oh, what a beautiful bird. Still trying to master the vagaries of when the yellow box goes away and when it doesn't. But anyway, we're good. All right, pitot static key off. And taxi lights, recognition, anti-collisions. And we'll kill that left engine. We'll drop to the logbook screen. I think we're all, in all other respects, we are buttoned up. Yes, indeed we are. Okay, left engine, logbook screen. Here we go. And there it is. 25-minute, 22-second flight from Key West, Florida to KAPF, Kilo Alpha Papa Foxtrot, in Naples, Florida. Well, we're glad you joined us for this fun little full flight Monday. Full flight of such things. My goodness. And this was a fun one. I enjoyed the heck out of this one. That bandwidth warning, that bugs me. But I didn't see much in the way of stuttering. I mean, I don't know. It looked fine by me. I was satisfied. But anyway, we got to go figure out where we're staying tonight in Naples, and then who knows where fate takes us next. But I love Florida. I love Florida in Flight Sim. I'm sure I would love it in real life too. Have to go there someday. Anyway, thanks for joining us. Have a good week.